Hello, everyone. Welcome back to WordWise, where learning English is easy, fun, and for free. Today, we have a brand new podcast. Let's talk about the time I went to a fancy restaurant, tried to order a simple bowl of soup, and somehow ended up with a plate of raw fish, a very confused waiter, and absolutely no idea what went wrong. Okay, so at this point in my travels, I thought I was getting better. I really did. I had survived the goat head. I had survived the wrong hotel. I was growing. I was evolving. I was becoming a sophisticated, experienced world traveler. I was not. So there I am, sitting in this beautiful restaurant. Very elegant place. White tablecloths, soft music, candles on every table. The kind of place where you automatically sit up straight and start whispering for no reason. You know the feeling. And I'm looking at the menu, feeling very fancy, very adult, very international. Now, here's the thing about this menu. It was enormous. I mean, we are talking about a document, a serious, multi-page, life-changing document, and everything on it sounded incredible. But there were so many options that I completely froze. And when I freeze, I make bad decisions. This is a pattern with me. You are starting to notice it, I can tell. So the waiter comes over, very professional, very polished, and he asks me if I'm ready to order. And here is where I introduce you to our first word of the day. To order. In a restaurant, when you tell the waiter what you want to eat or drink, you are placing an order. You are ordering your food. I'd like to order the pasta. Are you ready to order? Can I take your order? Super common, super useful, and something you will use every single time you go to a restaurant, anywhere in the world, to order. So the waiter asks if I'm ready to order, and I say yes, confidently, immediately before I have actually decided anything. Why? Because I did not want to look lost. I wanted to seem like a man who knows exactly what he wants, a decisive man, a man of action. I am none of those things. I panic. I look down at the menu one last time. I see a word I recognize, special, and I point to it and say, "I'll have the special, please." The waiter nods, writes something down, and walks away, and I sit back feeling very pleased with myself. Now, the word special. In a restaurant, this is important. Usually means the chef's special dish of the day. Something seasonal, something unique, something the kitchen is particularly proud of that day. It sounds exciting. It sounds delicious. And most of the time it is. But here's the problem. I had absolutely no idea what the special was. I just saw the word and pointed. Because it sounded positive. Because my brain said special equals good. That was my logic. My second assumption in 3 episodes. I know. 10 minutes later, the waiter comes back and places in front of me a beautiful plate of raw fish, completely raw, sliced very thin, arranged very elegantly, with some kind of sauce and edible flowers on top. And it smelled like the ocean. Strongly, very strongly. And I look at this plate, and the plate looks at me, and I think, okay, Robert, here we go again. Now I want to be clear. Raw fish is a perfectly normal dish in many cultures around the world. Many people absolutely love it. It is considered a delicacy in many countries. And by the way, a delicacy is a rare or special food that people consider particularly fine or luxurious, like truffles or caviar, or in this case, very elegant raw fish with flowers on it. A delicacy. Write that down. But here is my issue. I did not know it was raw. I was expecting soup. In my head, I had ordered soup. I have no idea why I thought that. I had pointed at the word special on a menu in a language I do not speak. But in my imagination, it was definitely soup. Warm, comfortable, simple soup. It was not soup. So now I have 2 choices. I can call the waiter back and explain the situation. Or I can eat the raw fish with flowers on it and say nothing. And because I am a man who does not like to make scenes, and to make a scene, by the way, means to cause a loud or embarrassing moment in a public place, to draw attention to yourself in an uncomfortable way, because I hate making scenes. I pick up my fork, I take a very deep breath, and I eat the raw fish. All of it. Every single bite, with the flowers. And it was actually fine. Not what I wanted. Not what I expected, but fine. The sauce was quite good. The flowers were a bit confusing. But I finished the plate, I put my fork down, and I sat there feeling like I had just completed some kind of spiritual challenge. The waiter came back, saw the empty plate, and looked genuinely impressed. He said something to me in his language. I understood zilch, as always, but he was smiling and nodding, and I nodded back. And in that moment, we understood each other completely. I paid the bill, I left a generous tip because that man deserved it, and I walked out of that restaurant a changed person. A person who will read the menu more carefully next time. A person who will ask questions. A person who will not point at random words and hope for the best. Probably. Okay, time for our word recap because, as always, I suffer so that you can learn, and that is a sacrifice I am willing to make. Word number 1, to order. When you tell a waiter what you want to eat or drink in a restaurant, you are ordering. Can I order, please? I'd like to order the pasta. Are you ready to order? Use it every time you sit down at a restaurant. Very simple, very essential. Word number 2, delicacy. A delicacy is a special, rare, or luxurious food that is considered particularly fine. Raw fish with flowers? Apparently a delicacy. Goat head from episode 1? Also technically a delicacy somewhere in the world. The world is full of delicacies. Be open-minded, mostly. And word number 3, to make a scene. This means to cause an embarrassing or dramatic moment in a public place. Shouting in a restaurant is making a scene. Crying at an airport is making a scene. Arguing with a waiter about soup that was never soup is definitely making a scene. I chose not to do that. I ate my fish quietly. No scene, zero drama, just flowers. So there you go. 3 words, 1 raw fish, and 1 waiter who will probably tell this story for years. That was my 3rd adventure abroad, and I genuinely hope I am getting better at this. The evidence suggests otherwise, but I remain optimistic. Now your turn. Have you ever ordered something in a restaurant and had absolutely no idea what arrived? Have you ever pointed at a menu and just hoped for the best? Have you ever eaten something strange just to avoid making a scene? Tell me everything in the comments. I want to know I am not alone in this world. And if you are enjoying WordWise, please subscribe right now. It is completely free. New episodes come out every week. And every single time Mr. Robert goes outside, something goes wrong and you learn 3 new words. It is truly a win for everyone, except maybe me. This is Mr. Robert, signing off from WordWise. Stay curious, stay brave, and if you see the word special on a menu, ask what it is first. Just ask, please, learn from me. See you in the next one.